Talk Radio. Across the UK, Howard Hughes on Talk Radio.
From Asahi News of Japan this week, 50th anniversary of Japan's Bigfoot, Hobara, Hiroshima Prefecture is where this happened. A nighttime drive on a mountain path in 1970 led to a legend. A man seeing a beast that looked an awful lot like what we call Bigfoot, which you do not associate with Japan. Let's get to our man in Japan, listener to The Unexplained for years, and friend of this show, Phillip Jackson. Phillip, thank you for staying around to do this. What time is it on Monday where you are?
Good evening, good morning, Howard. It's just gone 6:40 in the morning here.
Oh, boy, you got up early in the morning to do this, Phillip. That's very good of you. This is a big story that's, it's kind of a celebrated story, this, in Japan, isn't it? 50 years ago, almost exactly, a man driving a truck saw something. What did he see?
Well, actually, that wasn't the first sighting. The first sighting was earlier in the year by a group of elementary school children. And they were walking around the base of Mount Hiba, and suddenly from the woods came this, what they described as an ape-like creature, which obviously scared them. And the description of it was not so close to Bigfoot. It was much smaller, maybe only about 1.5 meters. But they described it as ape-like and dark reddish to black hair. But what happened after that, there was about 10 sightings from the spring to summertime after that later on. And that's when the truck driver came in. He was driving along the road, and suddenly what he described as a gorilla-like creature on 2 legs came walking across the field and went off into the forest. And then in July time, there was 2 more sightings, which was a similar description, a man-sized figure in black fur, grotesque face and piercing eyes. And then from there, lots more sightings came in. It got to the point really where they had to set up the local authority had to set up a department to deal with the sightings that were coming in. And they had all the children going to school started getting school escorts because they were afraid of what was out there.
Boy, it was that serious, and we never really got to hear about that up here. So in Japan, is Bigfoot a thing now in this day and age?
Not really. Whereas in America, Bigfoot has appeared in a number of different locations, and there's so many sightings. This one was only in one specific place. I first came across it maybe about 10 or 12 years ago in an article which was titled "The Wild Man of Hiroshima," and there was one theory put forward in that article that maybe it was somebody, a wild man that had been living in the mountains since the atomic bomb, and the radiation had affected him in a way that had changed his features. But that theory is maybe more like something out of a Godzilla movie than a Bigfoot story.
Boy, we're never going to know.
And also the sightings. Also, the sightings were mainly within a sort of a 4-year period, 1970 to about 1974. And actually in 1972, because there were so many sightings coming out, Kobe University actually put a team together to investigate, to go and find any evidence. But unfortunately, they found nothing in their investigation.
So 50 years on, Phillip, in Kyoto, it remains an enigma. Hey, listen, Phillip, thank you for getting up early to do this. You know that we'll talk again soon, and thank you so much. Give my love to Japan. One day, I may get to see it and ride that bullet train, and maybe meet you for a Japanese beer or whatever you like. Thank you very much, Phillip. Phillip Jackson in Kyoto, Japan, our friend here. This is the Unexplained News Hour from Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online, on DAB, and on your smart speaker. Talk Radio.